welcome back. Today we will be breaking down a few scenes from the film Requiem for a Dream in terms of cinematography and how it correlates with the story. So stuff like angles and shots and even the camera gear that was used. Before I get into actually breaking down these scenes, let me give you a brief description of the film. So this is a film by Darren Aronofsky. It was released in 2000 and it stars Jared Leto, Marlon Wayans, Ellen Burstyn, and Jennifer Connelly. So basically, this film is about four individuals who want certain things in their lives, but they find themselves embroiled in drug addiction and its consequences. Now, there are definitely deeper layers of meaning in this film, but today I've just handpicked a few scenes that we're going to look at and break down in terms of cinematography, of course. Let's begin. So I have my headsets here, my laptop here, and I'm going to be watching from here and giving you guys the feedback or whatever. Okay, so before I show you guys, let me just explain what's going on. So basically, in this scene, Tyrone has just come back from getting the drugs that him and Harry are going to sell. But then he convinces him that they should try them first. Yeah, so basically getting high on their own supply.
All I'm saying is we should take a little taste so we know how much to cut. It's business. Fair enough. Shit.
Okay, so firstly, let's talk about how extra these transitions are. Like, we see Harry and Tyrone go from being sober to getting high on drugs, the drugs that they're supposed to sell. And we see this through a transition with multiple insert shots and a split screen to show both sides of the situation. I really like this because first of all, I find it so dramatic. And also, I think it takes away from that uncomfortability of seeing someone, inject themselves. I also like how he's using the sounds as well. So, we're going from pa 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 pa, and we can see that happening. He uses a lot of these transitions throughout the film, so it moves things along, and also, like I said, that uncomfortableness, especially with the drugs thing. I think each time anyone does drugs here, or anyone injects themselves, yeah, I think there are transitions for those moments all the time. I think. Wait. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so the next scene that we are looking at, first of all, is one of the most powerful scenes in terms of cinematography, I feel, in the film. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, don't start jumping around. Yeah, but in this scene, Marian has just slept with her therapist so that she can get money to buy drugs. And it's definitely something that she thought she'd never do, but here she is in this situation. Yeah, so right now what she's doing is she's leaving her therapist. I think it's a motel or something. Yeah, she's leaving his room and she is going back to meet up with Harry, but then we see her walk through the hallway and anyway, let's just watch. Let's just watch. I mean, wow, like I've watched it multiple times, and every time I watch it, I'm just like. So we can definitely feel her regret, her disgust, all these emotions she's feeling at this moment. They've been captured so well that even when you're watching, you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this really happening? I mean, there's regret, there's confusion, there's just like, what did I just do? Like, have I really, have I gone this low? Not only does the music elevate this situation, the confusion she's feeling at this moment, but also the way we see her. Clearly, a chest cam was used for this scene here. So, a chest cam is basically just like camera gear or thing that's attached to the actor so that when they're being filmed, we can see them, but like, how do I describe this? Anyway, you've seen it. It's like we're there, we're like in front of them, but we can see them, and we also follow their movement. So it's a very uncomfortable. It can give uncomfortable shots, and also like if someone's experiencing vertigo, dizziness, this is definitely the camera to use. So obviously, in this moment, she's not okay. Okay, she's just like, what's happening? And also at some point when she's in the elevator, the camera is slightly above her head. So it's like looking down on her in a way, which just shows how defeated she is at this moment. She's feeling small. She feels defeated. She's like, okay, I'm now like, I'm in the ghetto. God, that was so cringy. I'm sorry. If we had a full shot of Marion walking through the hallway and going to the elevator and leaving the motel room, even if she looked sad, I feel we probably wouldn't have gotten a true feeling of what she was going through or what she's going through at this particular moment. So it would have been kind of like, yeah, So doing this definitely heightened everything in the moment. We were there, we were feeling, we were like, okay, girl, you have arrived. You're in the ghetto, like for real, like. This next scene, things for Harry and Tyrone have gone south. Not only have they gotten arrested for illegal drug use and, probably selling it, Harry has gotten a really bad infection on his arm due to constantly injecting it and probably being unsanitary about it. So his arm is really in bad shape. Let's watch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Somebody help us.
I need a doctor, man.
My friend is sick. Need some help, please.
I can't take
Somebody
it,
help
man.
us.
My arm! My fucking arm!
Just hang the
No, man!
Yeah. So the urgency of the situation is being shown through. Okay, I really don't know what to call this. Let's just call it crazy cam movement for now. I don't know if they did this in post production or they were actually shaking the camera. I can't really tell, but we know now that okay, things have gone really bad. Also, there's these like scratching sounds. I don't know if it's like a radio, like when there's no signal, or like when you call a radio show and you're in this, like, let's say you're in the same place as the radio, that sound, I think that's the sound, I don't know, but it's a very unpleasant sound. So that as well just makes everything even worse, and we know, okay, these guys, it's over. Also, one thing that I've just realized, I think, besides Harry, having his infection, I think Tyrone's also having a bad time, not only because he's been arrested, but also because I think he's having withdrawal symptoms or something, or he's in such a stressful situation, he feels like he might want to take drugs, but because he's been locked up, he can't take drugs anymore. He's also freaking out, he's panicking, and everything's crazy. Yeah. Alright, guys, that's it. That's all. Thanks for coming. No, I'm kidding. I have one more clip for us to look at. Let's call this a bonus clip because I'm cool like that. So this is actually one of my favorite parts in the film. Yeah, so this happens earlier on in the film. Harry has gone back to visit his mom, and she's acting all excited, she's all over the place, sort of jumpy and whatnot. And her teeth she starts like, um, so I don't know what to call this. What is it called? I don't know, but like, I should probably Google what this is. Give me a second. Let me just Google. Let's just watch it and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go.
Say that, Seymour. You see how good your son is? He knows what it's like for his mother living all alone. No one to visit her.
Hey, Ma, you want uppers?
What?
You want uppers?
Um, I think she's like more grinding. I don't know. The reason why it's one of my favorite scenes is because of how they show Harry's realization of what's going on. The way the camera moves, like from, showing his face to him, like, gosh, I don't know how to explain this, you guys. I'm not a good explainer. Also, the first time I watched this film, this part really scared me. I don't know, it was like, I don't know, it just really freaked me out. Like, what is going on? And that's probably how Harry was feeling, because he's like, what's going on? Um, he knows the effects of certain drugs, I guess being in the drug business and whatnot, and having taken so many. Um, he knows. So when he realizes, it's like, like a 180 sort of movement. And for this scene, I'm pretty sure they used, but y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, they probably used a dolly to move the camera, because this is a really smooth movement. It's very like, you know. Yeah, so anyway, let's see it again. Let's see it again. Let me go back. Uh,
Hey, Ma, you want uppers?
What?
You want uppers?
I like it. Oh yeah, baby. God, why am I so cringy? Alright guys, that is it for real this time. There are so many scenes to be analyzed with this film. But I think we'd need like a whole day or like a whole week. Like frankly, a whole week. I think that the cinematography, the camera movements, everything came together really well in this film to tell the story of these four individuals. I'd like to go deeper and analyze everything, but ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so just be satisfied with this. You'll be fine. So yeah, if you have time, go over, watch the film. If you haven't watched it, I think it's a very deep film, very deep. I've never watched this film prior to a few weeks ago, but I was just really interested because I've watched three of Darren Aronofsky's films already, and he's got a very interesting way of telling his stories, especially with the music. The music is so extra, and some people have described him as melodramatic. His work being melodramatic, not him. Maybe he is. I don't know. Hi Darren, how you doing? We can see it in this film as well. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if we had more time, we'd analyze everything. But also, despite being giving you a few spoilers here, I didn't want to completely ruin the film if you haven't watched it. So yeah, you can check it out now and see how it ends. Alright guys, peace.